What is poppin'? What is good, everyone? This is your boy Brumal, and we are back with more Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Like always, if you haven't spent time with God yet, I ask that you pause this video, go read a chapter in your Bible, or go pray for a couple of minutes and then come on back. This video is always going to be here waiting for you because on this channel, we like to put God first. And so yeah, I was reading Jonah chapter 2, and basically Jonah chapter 2 is Jonah's time inside the belly of a fish when he got swallowed up. But I want to focus on three specific verses, 7, 8, and 9, where it says, "When my life was ebbing away, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer rose to you, to your holy temple." This one I have highlighted, verse 8. "Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them." And then you got verse 9. "But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. That I have vowed I will make good. I will say salvation comes from the Lord." Now I want to focus on verse 8, the one where it says, "Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them." I am reading out of the New English Translation on my phone. Right now, my King James Version is packed away right now due to everything that's been going on with my apartment, and I just haven't had time to dig it out just yet. So I've been reading off my phone rather than my Bible, my actual cover-to-cover Bible that I have. But yeah, the whole part with worthless idols. There's been so many of us that we'd rather worship a creation rather than the thing. I can personally say that I have before I even found God. Believe it or not, guys, video games can actually be an idol. Before I found God, I used to play video games all the time to use as an escape from everything that was going on in reality. Video games made me feel better at the time. But now that I have God is what makes me feel better. Video games doesn't necessarily make me feel good. Like, do I get a source of entertainment from it? Yes, of course I do. But God is ultimately going to be that one that makes me feel that, that fills that void that video games used to do for me back when I was, living a life of sin, didn't know God, any of that. So it's one of those things where it's just like, if you play video games, whether you play video games, read books, watch shows for entertainment, I know a lot of people will try to say you need to give all that stuff up. I don't necessarily think that you need to do any of that, only because it shows that Jesus, like in the Bible, Jesus took breaks. He attended weddings and all that stuff. He still enjoyed his time that he had on this earth. But I also believe that, God put all this stuff on this earth for us to enjoy, because I don't believe he wants us to live miserable lives. I could be wrong on that, but that's just something that you guys have to pray for yourselves. I will admit that video games can possibly, any source of entertainment can possibly cause you to sin, but that's just how do I explain this part? I think it all depends on how strong your faith is. There are certain things that can cause you to sin, but then there are certain things that that you can handle, that you won't stray from your walk with God. I probably worded that all wrong, and if I confused anybody, I'm terribly sorry. I would just say pray about it, and then yeah. But I will say that if you give too much time to something, that right there will become an idol to you. What I like to do is, when I'm enjoying myself, I like to take breaks and give time to God. Whether I'll go, actually, like how I say in the beginning of this video, I'll take a break and go read, or I'll go pray and let God know how much he means to me, thanking him for everything that he's done for me, thanking him for, allowing me to be able to be entertained by the stuff that he's created for us to enjoy, and all of that. So that's all that is. As long as you're not putting that stuff above God, everything is Gucci. But yeah, let's go ahead and make our way on to the final battle. Or not the final battle, but yeah, this is it. Let's get up there. So you've come. Uwe? You were faster than I expected. I thought that you would keep me waiting a little longer. Well, it just means that we've grown a bit. Granted, all your buddies did do their best to hold us up. Well said. Do not think the Blade Lord is comparable to those who you have beaten, however. Few can match me in direct confrontation. Even among S-rank bracers in the Anglers. Just a bit confident, are we? Trust me, we're painfully aware how strong you are. But we came here for a reason. We're here to put a stop to all the strangeness the Oriole is causing. And to shield our homes from the threat of chaos and war. But we come this far with helping countless people. And now we're carrying all those hopes. So we have no intention on standing down or losing to you. A solid enough conviction. But you're here for a different reason, aren't you, Joshua? What? As always, you see right through me. I'm here because I want to face my weakness. It's what destroyed me while feeling the pain of Karen's death. It's the reason I continue to follow Weisman's orders without question. All of that was born of my weakness. That's why I'm ready to face you and Weisman head on, Uwe. I feel I owe it to you, the person who made me face those weaknesses. Man, I need to fight for what's important to me, no matter what. Joshua? Time for you to leave the nest, then. My promise to Karen is fulfilled. Now, at last, I don't need to hold anything back. This will be everything I have. But hold on a second. I still don't get why this has to be that it has to be this way. If you're worried about Joshua, then why? It's okay, Estelle. Conviction alone won't be enough to make Uwe back down. It's time I show him that I have the power to make my conviction reality. Precisely. Bro, now you have Liger Zeros as well? Come on. This isn't fair. Zoid reference. Ah, it's the music! I have made my choice. If you feel the strength of your conviction, it's stronger than mine. Then let it speak for itself. We will. If that's the only way, then bring it on, Uwe. Alright, this is for that stunt that you pulled back at the lakeside. I challenge you with all that I am. Alright then. Yo, you missed! You're garbage! Okay, let's not be jerks. Let's do some morale. I highly doubt that these guys are allergic to what's it called, but still. Starting off with an S-Craft.
Now, light of the heavens, feel these battered wings. Bring your class!
What? Already? Alright.
Run no more.
Take him down!
I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven. May its holiest of lights act as our shield.
Another one?
Wanna see what I got? Ha! Yeah! Too slow. Time for Wheel of Time.
Aw. Jerk. Alright, we got the OG. Ooh, buddy. So this is where it gets difficult. We got one more. How do we end it, y'all? How do we end it? Give him a soul blur. He's dead anyways. Joshua killed the OG, so that's fine. So this fight took me 3 times to complete. The first time we almost got him, but then something bad happened and then we ended up dying. The second time I didn't even get through like 20 seconds. I don't think. Not even a minute probably. And then this third one, yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of experience. I'll be right back. What? Got a gladiator belt as well? That's crazy. I got 2 gladiator belts now. We did it. A victory for truth, justice, and all that good stuff. I'm so glad. Now? You've done well, but not well enough to match my power. How? How in the... Ultimately, you bracers just simply, exist simply to protect people. Only those who have attained enlightenment can hope to match one such as myself. The trial is over. Now comes the execution. Huh? In that case, Louvet, I'd like to challenge you one-on-one. Oh. Joshua, are you kidding me? It's alright, Estelle. Louvet may be strong, but the last fight still had an effect on him. Trust me, I can do this. Okay, I trust you. It's true that I lost a bit of my edge. I'm a little slower, in particular. You could even walk away from this fight as the victor. But I would bet on those... but I would bet on those odds if I were you. Oh, I wouldn't bet on those odds. Maybe not, but still. The soul of mine, which was saved by a sister, bound by a professor, freed by a father, and is now one with Estelle's. All I've learned as a bracer, and the power given to me by Ouroboros, with all of it together, I challenge you, Blade Lord. Very well. Come then, Black Fang. That boy disappeared. Wait. That boy has wilds. When could he do this? Bro, this is so cool. Well, you have improved. Let's see if you can keep it up. I can. Oh, he's going Kaioken! What are you doing, Joshua? You're faster than this. Why not use your speed to try and best me? I have something that I want to ask you, Louvet. Why? Why do you continue to side yourself with Weisman, even after all this? You said before that it wasn't about revenge for Karen. That you wanted to bring the world to trial? What does that even mean? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. I simply wish to see if humanity could answer for its failings. Answer for its failings? I still don't follow. Humanity is a plaything of forces greater than individual men. The passage of time, the changing ideals of nations, gradual shifts in values and ethics. They are hopeless before these, and when such storms blow over man, they are knocked into the cracks and are lost, unable to free themselves. Hummel is but of one example. Ironically, this great city is exactly the same. It began as a paradise, people living full, fulfilled, satisfied lives in the clouds. However, at the same time as the great collapse, or as part of it, people abandoned this paradise and fell to the earth. This city was sealed away, and people forgot it even existed. Almost as if they sought to forget an inconvenient truth, as if they sought to deceive themselves. The truth is ever easily suppressed, and people will happily accept anything they wish to be true in its place. That is mankind's weakness. That is their sin. But the Orioles' overwhelming power will force people to face the unbaited truth. How helpless they are without the backing of nations. How vulnerable they become once you strip them of all their luxuries. All they've locked away in the delusions will be dragged before their eyes, raw and exposed, and they all witness. Locked away in their delusions, huh? So forcing people to confront their goals, to confront that is your goal. It is. As long as we continue to delude ourselves, to believe our world is always just and good, mankind will repeat its mistakes forever. More tragedies like Hamel will happen. A second time, a third. Who knows how many? So many more, like Karen, will bleed in their lives, out of the arms of those they care for. You want to know why I obey Ouroboros? That's why. And I have no regrets for what I've become in the pursuit of my goal. I see. I think you're the delusional one, Lube. What? I'm a weak person myself. So what you said hits home. There's some truth in that. But we all have the potential to overcome hard times and face our weaknesses. People aren't helpless, not completely. Remember when Karen saved me 10 years ago? She was strong then, and that made all the difference. There's no way you never realized that. Not with how important Karen was to you, with how important you were to her. You're deluding yourself, Louvet, and you know it. No. Karen was special. She was the only one who could have ever made a difference. None of her actions speak for humanity. They must still be tested. They must face their delusions. And I must see if they are worthy of Karen's sacrifice. In that case, I should be all the proof that you need. I, the weakling and liar who lived on through my sister's sacrifice. I, who found my way once I met Estelle. I, who only could have come here to meet you again with her help. People are never powerless so long as they are together. Bro, where's this craft at? I ain't have that. Knock the sword away. He won. Not bad, Joshua. Not bad. Joshua. Thank you. You put all you had into that single opening that you forced out of me. You little fool. Not good enough. The Blade Lord's dropped his sword. Who was that online? Okay, yeah, the Blade Lord's dropped his sword. And it doesn't get more. Yeah, it doesn't get much more final than that. All I can do is admit defeat. Defeat. You did it. That was absolutely amazing, Joshua. You actually beat Luve. You even just knocked. Yeah, you even knocked his sword. Knocked away his sword. You didn't even hurt him. Fool! Don't turn your back to the enemy! I'm kidding. Anyways. Wouldn't have had the slightest hope of victory if I was still fighting to kill. There's always a better way. That's what it means to be a bracer, right? That's what Dad taught us. Yeah. Ah, of course. You had the techniques Weisman placed in you, all filtered through the wisdom of the Divine Blade. What hope did I even have? Luve? I joined Ouroboros because I wanted to test humanity. With you having answered that, I suppose I've run out of reasons to continue working with them. I think it's time I found a new line of employment. Huh? Wow. You're back. Thank Adios, you're back. Luve's back. It's over. Hey. Always thought about you, even after the Brights took me in. Remembered your voice, your face, and that you were important to me, but not who you were. And then I finally remembered, only to learn that you're my enemy. I just didn't know what to think. I see. They seem so close. I mean, they're technically brothers at this point. Like, let's be honest. If they would have got, if Karen didn't die, Luve and Karen would have gotten married, and then those two would have been brothers. So, not saying they aren't now. I'm almost kind of jealous. Terrible. Chloe, this is so not the situation where you should be blushing. She's the one blushing. Even Joshua's got a cute side to him. And it makes me wish I had a little brother like him. Come on, Kevin, don't tease. Oh, sorry, everyone. Guess I kind of lost it there. I know nothing's settled yet, but still. Big dummy. You don't need to apologize, okay? You finally made up, right? Go on, spend some time with Luve. Spend? Yeah. Still bright. I owe you a debt. I don't think that I can ever repay. Huh? With both Ren and Joshua here, you've done all sorts of things that I never could have yet made it look so trivial. And you've guided so many other people to this point. You truly are one of a kind, Estelle. You know, if you're making fun of me, we can totally throw down again, just saying. Princess Claudia. Well, Crown Princess, now that I think. Do you remember what I said atop of Grand Seal Castle, I wonder? I do. The nation is like an enormous complex, Ortmit. I believe your words then are absolutely true. But I can't believe that the world simply works like a machine. Or should do so. I want to find a way for the world to work so that people can be people, even as they drive forward such a great engine. I know it sounds foolish and naive, but no, not at all. If you're that certain of your convictions, I have nothing with which to gainsay you. I hope you do find the way you seek. Thank you very much. And you. Something on my face, Chief? No. Alright. You're Kevin Graham, yes? Do you happen to know a woman named Rufina? Huh. Where'd you get that name? So she was a Grossritter. Thought so. Alright. I fought a bowgun wielding churchwoman similar to yourself several years ago. That was one of the few other times I've been thoroughly matched. Is she still well? No. Unfortunately, she died in an accident. It was about 4 years back. I see. I mourned the church's loss then. She was a person of character. What are they talking about? Oh, yeah, Louve. Why are you up here? The circle on the ground isn't the Oriole, is it? No. It's just some broadcast equipment. It sends the miraculous power from the core sector out across the city. The what now? Core sector is where the Oriole is, I'm guessing. Yes. The proper function of the Axis pillar is essentially as an antenna broadcasting the Oriole's power to the rest of the city. Its range seems to be roughly 1,000 selj. Using the Gospels, the Oriole could affect things not just in what they call Libero now, but across a good deal of the continent. Dang. So it can eventually get to Erebonia, part of Erebonia, and part of what's it called? Part of Erebonia as well as Calvert. Alright. The more I hear, the crazier it gets. So in order to stop the shutdown phenomenon, we have to get down to the core sector and do something about the Oriole. It'll be the only way. But doing something with the Oriole may prove difficult. It's an artifact of some sort, but it's sentient in some way. It mercilessly removes foreign or threatening elements. The Celeste Oscillese managed to seal it away in the first place is impressive in of itself. And on top of the Oriole, you'll have to deal with Weisman. Oh, crud. Alright. It's a fight that we can't put off any longer. But with your help, Louve, not even Weisman can stop us. You brat. Just assuming that I'll help you out of the blue like that. Now, why would I possibly want to help you out, huh? My, this is a touching reunion. May I just say, however, that I do ever so slightly fear the implications of my own well-being. Ah! No! Louve! Good evening, everyone. I would say you've done a splendid job overcoming my little trials and reaching the pinnacle. But all these little rule violations, tisk tisk, so unsporting. Rule violations? What are you even talking about? We fought every one of your dumb enforcers fair and square. And Joshua beat Louve one-on-one. Actually, we softened him up, then he did one-on-one. So, yeah, there was that. Just putting out the facts there. Like, Brumal, shut up. All right, I'm just saying. Heck. We've been fairer we've been fairer about this than we should have been. There we go. Like, we could have brought the whole party if we didn't have mods for this game. Anyways. I see that you have yet to grasp the full extent of the plan. All servants of Ouroboros receive power from the Grand Master in some way or form. Oh, okay. If you have a few members of Ouroboros assisting you, that hardly seems a fair or informative experiment. Now, does it? We're an experiment? Been a fool. Us coming here was part of your plan all along, wasn't it? I'll admit to adding in many of my own personal touches to the plan. But yes, About half of it did consist of you making your way here.
You see, the gospel plan isn't just about obtaining the Oriole, is it?
Correct. All is according to the Grandmaster's design. But as I said, you were never meant to have Ouroboros members as a part of the experiment. Which means Joshua here is ruining the precision of my results. But Joshua denounced you guys though, right? But then again, he probably still is receiving the power from the Grand Master as well. I don't know. Forgive me, my boy, but I think it's time that you become my puppet once more. What do you...
Joshua? Joshua, are you alright?
Ah, yes, those red eyes.
No. No.
You... monster! You put something like that into the deepest levels of the subconsciousness? Ah, the fledgling Grossritter, yes. I'm sure you know very well what's going on then. And what I hold my power of the absolute suggestion has over him.
Joshua, this is a joke, right? Come on. Come on back. Come on, stop it. Stop looking at me like that.
Please, that's enough. There's little point. When all this began, I used my power to rebuild Joshua's shattered mind. The stigma I sank into the depths of his mind has slept dormant since. When it is invoked, however, the effect is tremendous. Joshua really is little more than a puppet to me now.
No.
Ah, incidentally, that little thing on Joshua's shoulder, that isn't just a tattoo. It is the image of the stigma that I've burned into his mind, made manifest on his foot. He had a tattoo? I didn't even realize that. I gotta look back at his character portrait again. Anyways, I imagine it came as quite the fright when it reappeared after I returned his memory.
You lied. On top of all the suffering that you put Joshua through, you said you freed him. But even that was a lie.
Now. I wasn't lying when I told him that he was free. If Joshua had just left alone and come this far with you, I wouldn't have to do this. Why, one could say this is really all your fault, Miss Bright. What monster are you? Yeah, what a monster you are.
Don't screw with me, Weisman. You don't get to tell me anything about what paths I've chosen. You taking control of Joshua, all it's done is made me even more angry.
Remember, guys, you gotta be slow to anger. Gotta be slow to anger. You'll end up doing something foolish.
I'm gonna beat you clear to Erebonia and back to save Joshua.
Now that's what I was hoping to see. But I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment. I don't quite have time to stay here right now. Why don't you come down to the core sector? Do come visit, so we can finish the experiment. I'll be waiting.
Huh?
That man took Joshua.
No, Joshua.
Well, this can't get any worse. But the question is, how do we get to the core sector anyways? Use the elevator in the back.
Uwe? Thank goodness you're okay. But what elevator? I don't see... Wait, you mean that big plate in the back?
It goes right down to the core sector, straight to the Oriole. Hurry, no time.
Alright.
Ah, great, another one. Ugh.
It's the creature that brought down the Arcel.
Drakion. Thank you, Weisman. So you did have more than just the one that I used. Don't really get the impression that they'll just walk on by, or let us walk on by.
Well, we've got to get past them somehow. Then let us handle this.
Oh!
Huh?
It's the homies. Too bad I stripped most of them of their quartz. They don't have anything. Anyways.
Julia and Major Vander? What are you guys doing? The repairs on the Arcel are essentially done.
We got everyone who could fight together to come back to assist you. Admittedly, I'm just tagging along, looking at everything in awe.
Hey, don't forget about us.
The Bobcat's just about ready to fly, too. And we figured that we'd pop on over and see how you were getting on.
Well, that's great.
We'll talk later. Leave this to us.
Estelle, hurry and save Joshua, okay? Thanks, guys.
Estelle, go. Your light is the only thing that can save Joshua now.
Right. Everyone, attack.
Split into 2 groups. Rip them apart. Yeah! Alright. Gonna go save our boy. Oh no! I dropped my soda. It was in a lidded cup, so... Oops. Gonna move my microphone. There we go. Alright.
I would not have thought that this was an elevator shaft. I wonder how far it goes down.
Well, given how tall this pillar is, I bet this thing runs into the middle of the island.
Yeah. Estelle, don't worry. Joshua promised to walk by your side until the end, didn't he? You have to bring him back to us. I know you will. Thanks, Chloe. Yeah, he'll never break a promise if he can help it. And besides, like heck, I'm just gonna abandon him and let that creep Weisman do what he wants with my Joshua. It's time to take back my man with... I hate this so much. Yes.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Poor Kevin. He did want him some Estelle, but he did say that he had a girl in each country, so there it is.
Huh? What's that? No.
One of them got away.
There's one more of those dragon things? We really need to be ready for anything.
Yeah. Let's bust some heads. Alright, well, this is it. This is supposed to be an easy fight, so... But just in case. Ow. Boy has a Mega Buster? Wait a minute. It does no damage. The power of Earthwall. This fight reminds me of the final fight of the final Eggman fight in Sonic Unleashed, when you're falling through the you're falling to the center of the Earth in the elevator shaft. So we have the time quartz on. Yeah, we have the time quartz, which is basically in a cast 3 on Kevin. So yeah, he can like pretty much cast like almost instantly. Easy fight.
Not bad.
Deuces. Oh! And that's kind of how it ended, too.
Well, I guess this is the end of the line. So, this is the core sector, huh? Yeah. You can feel the power in the air. Don't think there's any mistake now. So, Joshua and the Oreo must be ahead. Well, they have to be, I think. Guys, this will probably be our last fight. This is where we're going to stop Ouroboros and the shutdown phenomenon. And it's going to be where we free Joshua from Weisman once and for all. Guys, please, give me everything that you still have. I'm not sure how much it will be, but of course.
Heh, you leave it to me. Alright, guys. So yeah. I mean, we've already reached that point of no return, but this is that last fight. I just want to say it was a pleasure playing this game with you all, guys. Whatever happens, I'm just kidding. If we die, we just reload. That's all that is. If we die, we just reload. Oh man, we're at 149 hours at the moment. This game is long. But yeah, give me a sec, guys, to prepare, and I will see you guys in a bit. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the home of all that is sacred.
Joshua?
Passed the final trial, Estelle. Yeah, you passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. Be proud. You are worthy to be present for the resurrection of the Shining Ring, the Oreo.
Yeah, not interested in all that, thanks. I'm here to put a stop to you and all this stupid weirdness. And I'm here to get Joshua back.
Ah, yes. Sadly, I'm afraid that won't be happening.
What do you mean? Joshua, hey!
No matter how hard you try to deny it, the truth remains. Joshua's mind is little more than a construct. The stigma on his shoulder is proof. Proof that he is of Ouroboros, that he is my possession.
How dare you?
Perhaps, if Joshua had somehow erased the stigma of his own will, he could have found some release. But alas, he never managed to get that far. It would be best if I kept him as a research subject for a bit longer.
Such unbelievable evil.
You really are as much of a monster as they say. Goodness me. Such insults, and how impotent they are. You see, I suspect Joshua realized very quickly what the stigma on his shoulder meant. Surely he knew something like this exact situation could occur.
Huh?
Yet, he never breathed a word of his troubles to any one of you, did he? Not even a whisper. And conversely, none of you were sensitive enough to notice his pain. What power these bonds of yours have? What complete earth-shaking potential? But come now. There's no need for long faces. You have been granted the privilege of being here for this glorious moment. All that remains now is to make the correct choice.
Privilege? Choice? What are you going on about?
Perhaps I should start from the very beginning. How much do you know, I wonder? Get a better angle. Sorry, I moved my chair around so much, my monitor's in a different position from when I started. But alright. Alright. About this city, and the events that occurred here in the Oriole nearly 1200 years before our time. So that's the Oriole. It most certainly is. One of the ultimate artifacts, almost said sun fact, one of the ultimate artifacts capable of producing literally endless power and shaping miracles with it. But the ancients sealed it away, despite its limitless, science-shattering potential. Why do you think they would do such a thing?
I don't know the whole story, I'm sure, but the data left in the tower said that it was having a bad influence on the people and society.
Ah, you actually managed to put those together, did you? That will make this quick then. Allow me to play the role of professor once more and educate the truth of the matter. Millennia ago, Adios of the Sky granted humanity the 7 treasures. For brevity's sake, we say each one utilized the facet of reality in order to manifest miracles in their own way. Humanity split into 7 factions, each centered around a treasure, to pursue an ideal based on the powers of the given treasure. I can't read. One such ideal was this Liber Arc, a city in the sky, with the Oriole at its center, a paradise removed from the troubles of the ground, where each man's gospel could grant any wish through the Oriole. Mankind lived a bountiful life here, absolutely free of strife. Over time, however, people's lives were swallowed up by the artificial bliss granted to them by the Oriole. Not just physical ecstasy, but even dreams were provided by the Oriole's false realities, granted people long-sought spiritual fulfillment. The people of Liber Arc depended on miracles that were all but narcotic, began trending the path of annihilation. The Ark's inhabitants lost all sense of ambition and ethics and slid into madness and despair. Birth rates dropped catastrophically, with suicide and bizarre crime ran rampant, and the whole of the society walked the path of a slow demise. But the Oriole passed no judgment on these people. It merely granted the miracles asked of it. And so the shining jewel of the sky became a den of evil and chaos. This was the situation Celeste Azalis and her conspirators faced over 1,000 years ago. They built the seal and the device towers even as they fought off the guardians of the Oriole, which it sent forth to save itself. And at last they sealed not just the Oriole, but the entire city in another dimension.
That's what happened 1,200 years ago? I never would have imagined.
I will grant that the Elder Azalis did quite well given the circumstances. But think for a moment. The cost of Celeste's victory was humanity being cast forth into the land of chaos, forced to start again from nearly nothing. Think of the suffering man endured then, and endures now, as man savages one another with endless petty wars. Can it truly be said that she made the right decision?
Well,
on the other hand, we have gained or regained orbital technology and once again lived bountiful, easy lives. At this rate, only 2 ends are possible. Either we continuously seek to dominate one another and, unable to control ourselves, obliterate each other in an orgy of conflict, or, like the people of old, we sink into our narcotic self-pleasure, let automated systems run the world, and live as farm animals. Either physical or mental annihilation awaits. There is but one single path of humanity if it wishes to survive. The beasts of mankind must be led to the point where they obtain the two things required for true enlightened sentience: a flawless rationality, capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances; and peerless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. This is the true goal of the gospel plan: to do what even the ancients could not, to advance our minds to what they should be. You're actually serious?
What madness!
I would so appreciate if you would not look at me as if I were some megalomaniacal lunatic. That's a difficult word to pronounce. For me, it is. Man cannot help but change and reform through fear when confronted with something beyond his imagining. In that sense, what better tool exists to drive evolution forward than the Oriole? I will guide mankind into the correct path to the salvation with this great treasure from Adios. That is my duty as one of the Anglais, my duty to Ouroboros and its master.
Boy, I bet you're a real hit at parties. Not.
Oh, what's this?
A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest of circumstances? Peerless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution unmoved by crude emotion? What's the point of any of that?
It seems someone was sleeping during my lecture. As I said, mankind faces annihilation through either conflict or mental entropy. The only way we can...
No, I heard the lecture just fine. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is, isn't there something we can do about the problems you described if we know they exist? It's like Joshua said to Louvet, we aren't completely powerless. They may not be guided by flawless, peerless, whatever, but everyone works together to get through the crisis going on right now. I've gone all across Libero and seen it with my own eyes. Don't you think we're capable of getting along just fine without some kind of forceful grand transformation?
Really, no. Eking out survival by flocking together is how beasts and insects live. Is that really all you have to offer on the potential of humanity as it stands now?
Is there anything else that I need to offer? Is there a problem with being the same? I mean, we're living beings too, you know? And heck, aren't I just talking about the strength of life?
What?
I don't think people are just animals, of course. I just think that living honestly with that spark of life from the others as your driving force. That's what it means to live. People don't need to be omnipotent, super beings, or whatever you want them to be. People just need to be aware of one another and help each other out.
I mean, if only the world actually worked that way. Wishful thinking, but I admire it. Not everyone is like that, though. Alright. Where were we? Throat's starting to get dry from all this reading.
And you know what? I bet the people who sealed the Oriole away in the first place felt the same way. I mean, sure, making miracles mundane and relying on nothing but them is really bad by itself. But the biggest problem there, more than anything, is that it makes it so that there's no point in... in knowing or helping each other. That's awful. You're right.
A man can only become a man because of the others who make of a man. You nailed it, Estelle. Still sticking to the mutual assistance argument and invoking the power of human bonds of all things. I would ask you to read a history book before saying such nonsense, Miss Bright. As an example, Consider the overpowering, nation-crushing machine called war. Is man not only capable of being ground beneath the trends?
Absolutely not. In the middle of the biggest war in Libero's history, my mother gave her life to save mine. And because of that, I chose the path of the Bracer. And now look at me. I'm here to stop the crisis that you caused and prevent another war from breaking out. All thanks in the end of my mother. Heck, I'd say you just made my point for me. People are not powerless, not against anything.
You're quite good at trite answers, if nothing else.
If you really seriously believe people are powerless, and you've really convinced yourself humanity can only be saved by you turning us into emotionally super beings, then that makes you really pathetic, I think.
What?
I mean you'll never know the joy of trusting someone or helping them. To think that your only smug satisfaction comes from watching people struggle, that's too sad. But even if I feel sorry for you, I'm a Bracer. I can't ignore the fact that you're getting a lot of people involved in your little pity party. So sorry, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to stop you by force.
You ignorant little girl. How dare you talk to me like that? Very well then. The professor would like for you to prove your theory. That boy had evil eye? That's not fair. An evil eye. Dang.
What?
Do be patient for a moment, everyone. I promise this will be quite the show.
What are you planning, Weisman?
Joshua, forward.
Joshua, no!
Come, Miss Bright, do show me. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it. Show me proof you can stand against despair.
Fine.
That's not fair. I didn't get a chance to fight! I hope they give me my health back.
Joshua.
Oh, quite the impressive move. Leaving him with the divine blade for a while seems to have paid off nicely. It does always feel good to see the product of one's craft honed to an even finer edge. She got up! Ah!
You were awful.
And now, for the climax of our little show. Joshua, Caesar.
No!
Estelle! And thus, the strength of humanity proves to be nothing more than a house of cards before a hurricane. But I am an academic after all. I do understand the necessity of proof. So, we'll have Joshua provide the final test.
What?
What indeed? It'll be a simple experiment. I'm going to have Joshua end your life. And once you are dead by his hand, I will break his hypnosis and return him to his senses.
No, you can't!
Oh, I do wonder what kind of expression Joshua will have on seeing you dead at his feet. Doesn't it just get your blood pumping?
Don't even think about it. If you do that, Joshua would...
Yes. This time his heart may just be crushed to powder. If that happens, however, all I need to do is construct him a new persona. And then I can offer him the chance to become human yet again and observe the results. I can hardly wait.
Stop. It's too cruel.
Isn't it? Now come, Joshua. Ender.
Joshua? I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. I promised that I'd walk with you. Joshua, please, no! But I believe in you. Joshua, don't give in. Don't run away from reality even if I die.
To be honest, even if you did die, I'm not sure I could face reality. What?
Huh?
Ah, yeah, that's checkmate. Estelle, get up.
Joshua?
Sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to scare you like that. What? This is absurd. He can't possibly have reclaimed his will with the... Wait. The stigma. What happened to the stigma on your shoulder? Oh, yeah, that... the stigma was carved into my flesh and mind. It's gone. Thanks to you, it's been shattered. But how? I had the hypnotic wedge of sorts jammed into the stigma, key to the practical command. I've been poking at the wedge on my own since then. Getting it ready to shatter the stigma the instant someone put pressure on it. What? You?
A what now?
A wedge. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep our promise the way things were going. So I asked Kevin for a little hypnotic assistance after we crashed. And you guys remember that. He said he had some things to do and left Estelle to wait for a little bit.
Kevin?
Well, Gitia's charged. Honestly, I wasn't even sure what to make of his crazy plan at first. But if he had bet wrong, I dread to think what would have ended up happening. So, hey, good job beating the odds out there, Jay. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, not what I expected, but I'm not gonna complain.
Father Graham, was it? I thought you were just a fledgling little squire, but it seems I underestimated that bag of cute tricks. A mistake I will not repeat. I say it's more of guidance of Adios than anything. I guess I really shouldn't have expected you to get it, what with you turning your back on the faith and all. And besides, it wasn't really my idea to start with. Someone else gave Joshua the idea, and I just ran with it. What? Who else? No. Cassius Bright? Dang you! Haha!
Dad? Oh, the letter he gave to you back on the before we got on the Arcel.
Yeah. That was why he wanted to make sure only I read the letter, just in case anyone was listening in. I suspect your best chance of breaking the curse lies in Father Kevin's hands. How to use that key is a decision that must be yours alone to make. Win your freedom by predicting what Weisman will do.
Huh. Well, that's just like the General. Oh, for crying out, Dad could have dropped me a hint about this at least.
Honestly, I've been worried about it for a long time. I keep wondering what would happen. I kept wondering what you would make me do if you took control of me again. And so, knowing you, I decided to bet everything on one idea. That you couldn't possibly resist ordering me to do one thing that I feared the most. And sure enough, you ordered it. And that broke the stigma. I'm finally completely free of you.
Joshua?
Foolish little child. If you had just obeyed me, you could have aspired to such heights. I could have advanced you in ways that you cannot even dream of. Much like Estelle turned you down once. I really have no interest in any of that anymore. And besides, if I've learned anything in this whole journey, it's that one path of life isn't given by someone else. It's something that you can find with others as you search for it, no matter how dark your surroundings. Absurd. The history of man is stained within the blood of the fools who tried finding your path. Without the guiding light to shine on the road, they shall remain lost. You're wrong. We use the light we each give off to find our way together. That is how we found our way here, through all your cynical traps. That's right. You do like your speeches, don't you? You shambling wreck of an enforcer. Show me then. Show me the light that you claim will guide you through the darkness. Oh, he's using arts! Impede him! Quick! Oh, no fair. He has one more ally than us. No fair. And I shall show you in return. The biting light of a loyal servant of the Grand Master, the power of the Faceless, one of the Angues. Bring it on! The one being blinded here is you. Alright, y'all. Let's get ready. No, I don't wish it's on. Okay, he resists that. That's good to know. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Shoot. Of course he resists that. Huh?
Piece of cake.
Kevin got his EP back. Alright. So I'll be back. I'm going to take a quick break. Because, yeah, all that talking was a lot. Alright, we're back. Small break. Alright. This recording's been going on for 2 hours. As of right now. Alright. Oh, my. What a shock. To think that you would be so dang tenacious. Hey, Professor. About time you dropped the holier-than-thou act. Your confidence drains away. Yeah, your confidence drains away because you know this is the end, don't you? Pathetic. You haven't even realized you're standing on your graves. What? Huh? Weisman, what are you doing? I think you guys forgot that this is a Falcom game. Legend of Heroes has it. Do you not remember the last game and when you fought the final boss? I've intended to offer it to the Grand Master like this, but I must change my plans. It's time that you realize just what it means to oppose me. No, seriously, guys. I think you guys forgotten that this is a Falcom game. A Falcom final boss, mind you.
man, did he fuse with the Oreo? What in the... He wouldn't. Oh no. Don't fuse with the Oreo, you heretical maniac. He fused with the Oreo. He looks gross. How's that even... Can't be. What has he done to himself? His overwhelming power can barely stand. Oh, the sensation. Even better than I imagined. Shall we experience, then, the power of apotheosis? Whatever. Anyways. Unflinching reason. Indomitable intellect. Guiding humanity to the future. Oh, they just threw us in. This boy has a shield? That's not fair. Is that a shield? Guys, I don't know what's going on. What is he doing? There, a lesson learned, I think. A lesson in real power. This is nuts. Why am I the one that died? I'm kidding. Anyways, our attacks aren't even hitting him at all. He's got some kind of barrier up. But it's negating even our... Yeah, it's gating even our arts. And our best techniques. Learn, children. The Oreo is the treasure of space. One of its very, very many powers is forming an absolute barrier, incomparable to simple orbital arts. You cannot even touch me. Here we go with the evil eye. Gah! The evil eye again. Weisman, let them go. Those eyes, magnificent. You may be a wreck of an enforcer, but oh, what a waste it would be to kill you. I would much prefer to etch another stigma into the depths of your mind. Just as before, I give you a renewed sense of hope, then tear it out by the roots and leave you withering. Nothing pleases me more than to see that shift in your expression from hope and despair. I do look forward to it. I can't believe this! That Eggman voice. Forget bad taste. The only word for you is, at this point, is sick. Who? Oh, it's our boy. Huh? He tamed his dragon thing again. Luve. He said, back off my little brother and his girl. I suppose I would have finished you off. Though really, Lupe, what are you planning to do? Not even the dragon can break the Oreo's barrier. I suppose it can't. I did have a question for you though, Weisman. Just how involved were you in Hamel? Wait, what? Now what's a thing to accuse me of? That was purely the fault of the Empire Hawks, no? Why would you ever think that I would be involved? Because you're a snake. You appear before people in their moments of weakness and whisper plans into their ears and lead them to destruction. And in doing so, you achieve your goals without ever dirtying your belly. That's just your way of doing things. No, Woody? The ringleaders of the Hawks were nothing more than political losers who had nowhere else to go. There were a few questions I couldn't answer at first, but if even the war 10 years ago was part of your plan, it then occurred to me, everything made sense. I see. It is largely as you surmise. What?
Of course, really. All I did was introduce them to a band of Jaeger dropouts I knew, and put the name Hummel in their ears. Just doing that was enough to push things to war in the blink of an eye. Simply one more testament to the sinful nature of men.
What you've done it's unforgivable, you monster.
One more sin for the pile, eh?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I see. Essentially, I was thought then, or as I thought then. You're taking this rather well. Personally, I was hoping that you'd be a bit more resentful. Have you forgotten? I've long learned to stay my anger. Those who act angry act foolishly. Always be slow to anger, just like the Bible says. Had to slip that in there, guys. I'm sorry. There's truth to it. Anyways, however, you knocked me out from far behind back there. That is an insult the Blade Lord cannot abide. That alone, I shall be praying back in full. What? Ha! Absurd! The Orio's barrier is absolute. It cannot be harmed by... Wait. That sword, of course. Yeah, the sword granted to me by the Grand Master. Just like your staff. It's a tyrant sword forged from the divergent laws. Careless of me. Curse you! Get away! Get away, you insect! Yeah. Too late.
Oh no! Louve!
Forget about me. Your path is clear. Strike him down, kid. Louve? Ah. You dare strike one such as I. No matter. The absolute barrier is but a trifle of the Oriole's power. It has an eye. Ugh, that's gross. Stab it. Stab it in the eye. I shall bring forth its full force and let you savor the despair. Oh, you want to talk about despair? Well, here we go.
Okay, you. As a bracer, as a citizen of Libero, and more than anything, as a human being, I'm taking you down.
Wiseman, this is the end. Is Estelle still dead? Did we get our health back? Probably not. I'm probably going to have to start off with Chloe. Oh, no. She did lose all her CP, though. That sucks, booty cheeks. See what we can do.
No problem.
Ungodly lands. Oh, we're not protected. Ooh.
Let's do this
Got
thing
it.
right.
No problem. It's over.
Only 186. Come on, fam. Who's down? All right. was phase 1. That took longer than expected, but yeah. Your tenacity is both impressive and frustrating. Frustrating, you see, for it is pointless. Behold now the infinite power of the what is the Oriole? It's bro, that's some Resident Evil G. Birkin right there. What in the world is that? Yeah, we've definitely delved into the Resident Evil realm. Ew, through a face. Tell me that its gums don't look like Nemesis. Oh gosh, what is this? Ew. You are pretty gross to look at. Angel? Huh. Like being hit in the face with raw heresy. Looks like it's really starting to lose it. Come on, guys. Take him down. And let's get back to Louve. Here we go. Music changed, y'all. Alright, they got those little buggers around. Yeah. Oh, you only talk to one person with that, okay. This was a mistake. His defenses were up, and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Top is backwards. That's not good. All right, you got rid of. Oh. Okay, so that also has the ability to do that madness.
You ready?
Yeah, those other two weren't going to do any damage.
Let's do this.
No problem. Got it.
I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven.
Just in case we don't survive this.
The light act as our shield.
Everyone gets protection. And this should be the final S-craft of the game. That fight wasn't hard, it was just long and tedious. You gotta love it, y'all. You gotta love it. What? No. Absurd. The Oriole is gone. Since I'm coming up around 3 hours worth of recordings right here, this is the end of the game. We're going to continue till, like, there's no more fights after this. We're done. I am going to pause the video just so I can get a fresh recording, so I don't hope that the video won't mess up when I'm editing. All right. This is impossible. Impossible! The boy disappeared?
No, he escaped. Who cares about that idiot? Way more importantly,
Louve. Louve, stay with us. Just wait a second. We'll fix you up. There's no need. You know perfectly well these aren't the sort of wounds to fix up. No. No, please, no. Louve, I won't lose you like Karen. That's just... No, I can't. Come on, chin up. You look like a crybaby. Yeah, you look like the crybaby you were back when you were a kid. That's right. I'm a weak, naive crybaby. Still need you, Louve. So, come on, stay awake. Just like a little kid. Listen, Joshua. If you find this unacceptable, then take a lesson from me and don't end up like this. Don't die to protect what's important. Live. Live to protect it instead. Louve? Stell, I must ask you one last favor.
Of course, anything.
He likes to act tough, but he's pretty tender-hearted, deep down. Now that he's truly free of his curse, he needs to become a better man. So please, promise me that you'll keep helping him. Take care of our little brother, okay?
I was gonna do that no matter what you said. But don't worry, Louve. I swear to you, you'll always have a home with us.
Thank you. At least I finally understand. Hey, Karen. You could smile like that at the end. Or why, Karen, not hey. Karen, you were just as content, weren't you? Louve? Come on, this isn't funny. You can hear me, right? Come on! It all finally ended. We could finally be together again. Please. Please answer me.
Joshua? Joshua? Hello there.
Who is that? Is that our friend? Yes.
Julia. Goddess be praised. You're all safe. Wait. That's Louve, is he? Ah, I see.
After you descended, we were swarmed by those archaism beasts. It was only Louve intervening on that dragon of his which saved us.
I see. Yeah. That sounds like him, alright.
If I may, what happened to Wiseman and the Oriole? And what about Kevin?
Oh, right. Yeah, the Oriole disappeared somewhere. Wiseman's also gone, but he really lost it when the Oriole disappeared.
It disappeared? Well, that could be bad.
Define bad. Please tell me the shaking isn't involved in the bad.
The Oriole was the main source of the power of the city. You've removed the city's power source. There's nothing keeping it afloat any longer.
Yes, that seems rather bad.
Well, we should return to the Arcel at once. A good idea. I don't think everything will shut down all at once, but it would be best if we hurry. Kyle? Don?
Is the Bobcat airworthy? Well, should be airworthy enough to save our skins, at least. We'll lift off as soon as we get back. Alright, let's move, everyone. There was a transfer gate near the elevator. That seems to be the best exit. We should stay in lines. Yeah, we should stay in lines to avoid losing anyone. Joshua, I know you don't want to leave him behind, but we have to hurry. Sorry, Estelle. You just go. Go on ahead. Don't worry about me. Go. Smack him. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there it is. Get it together, Joshua. Were you listening to a thing that Louve was saying? Did he tell you to live? To protect what's important to you? I don't know about you, but I sure was listening. And I promised him that I would stay with you and help you. I promised you the same once, too. If you think I'm just gonna turn my back on that, you've got another thing coming. Still. Sorry. Really am a weak. Took this man's sword. Oh, the sword? Louve, I'll hold on to this. I'll deliver it to Hamel, to Karen. Joshua? They came back. Estelle, Joshua. There's no time to waste. Please, hurry. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm going now. Rest well with Karen, Louve. Absurd. This is a farce. This wasn't the Grandmaster's prophecy at all. Unless... Does this mean I, too, was being tested? Ugh. I shall have words with my master once I return. Well, sorry, but I think your question's gonna be deferred indefinitely. And that's where Kevin ran off to. Kevin Graham? What are you doing here? Out of my way, insect. I have no time to deal with gnats like you. That boy over here using that evil eye again. Oh, what? The evil eye didn't work? Even the Grossritter's training, a fledgling like you can't possibly... That boy pulled out a Power Ranger morpher. Y'all saw that? Anyways. Yeah, well, sorry. I've been putting on a bit of a show. I'm actually stronger than what you would think. Unlike everyone else, I was level 100. I'm actually their number 5. I've seen my fair share of fights. And just with a measly little crossbow, who would have thunk? But, granted, when you were at your best and power tripping on the Oreo, I would have struggled. But now, you don't have a prayer. Not that you do that anymore. Filthy head. Henchman? What? Heathen? Heathen! I can't read. We know that. Shut up. What? Locating the Oriole's been kind of a sideshow, as you might have figured out. So, Georg Wiseman. Apostate and heretic. Danged in the sight of Adios. I'm here to send you to your final judgment. I see. However, Grossritter, I think you will find it hard to fight the Faceless on your own with only... What? A stake? It's the Pillar of Salt? The calamity which turned... Oh, no! I hate when the game... Oh, okay, for whatever reason my controller does this. He basically Wiseman said, the Pillar of Salt, the calamity that hit Northumbria, alright? So yeah. That's what we missed. I remember this part in particular. This is what made me actually very interested in Northumbria. But anyways. Well, it's what you've earned. You faithless pile of filth. Look at them eyes that Kevin is giving him. The church does try to stay neutral in all things, but we can't overlook what you've done. Now kindly stand still and die quietly. You! Dang dog! Dog? Well, you aren't wrong, I guess. You know, Joshua, you're lucky. You at least can get out of this sort of life. Is that jealousy I hear? So before we continue, if you guys remember that little delivery that one of the churches had for Kevin, that thing assault was it. Anyways. Kevin Graham, the heretic hunter and Grossritter's 5th Dominion. I must say, you're just as cold as the rumor said. You? Aren't you you're the fool, right? Sorry, but it's a bit too late for him. You may have heard, but I am here purely as an observer. Purely. To observe and oversee every single facet of the gospel plan and report the results, without exception to the Grand Master. Wiseman, self-destruction is simply another result to report. And wasn't anything I needed to stop. I see. You Ouroboros types sure do love being mysterious, don't you? And you accuse me of being cold. Are the Grossritter really so different, I wonder? Now then, I'd say I have observed everything, I've found what I was looking for, so it's time I went on home. What? And you just kill him just like... Well, he was already dead, but you just break him just like that. Haha! Well, good day, Mr. Graham. I hope we meet again someday. Found what he was looking for. What do you mean? Well, whatever. That's outside my jurisdiction. Ugh. I should hurry back and rejoin the others. And so Stell's group escaped from the Axis Pillar, while Liber Arc began shaking itself apart. With a sudden immense reduction of orbital energy, making the Halo Ring unusable, Stell's group began heading to the Arcel via city's underground passageways. Oh, Kevin made it back. Joshua? Are you okay? You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine, I think. Just had a strange moment of vertigo. Like you were dizzy? Why would you? Probably a side effect of the stigma's removal. Kevin, what do you mean? Wiseman burned that thing in deep into the very core of his subconscious mind. Rip it out like we did, and there's gonna be side effects. Vertigo, headaches, nausea. You're just gonna be suffering for a while, Joshua. Oh no. It's alright, Estelle. Kevin made me, aware of all the risks beforehand. Joshua? Hey, what's the holdup? If you don't hurry, you'll be left behind. Oh, right. Joshua, do you think you can run? Yeah. I should be alright now. Well, come on then. We need to book it. Estelle? Huh? What? Oh, that last tremor collapsed. Collapsed some of more fragile sections. I can't read. Hey, you two okay? Yeah, mostly. Oh no, Estelle. Joshua! Estelle? Joshua? Oh, for crying out loud! Ain't there another way across? This is the only way in or out of the pillar that we saw. Dang it. There must be another way. Guys? Don't worry about us. You go on ahead. We'll find our own exit. Don't be absurd. How am I supposed to look Cassius in the eyes and say that I left you behind? We'll find another way across. Shara? Thanks. Sorry. No matter what we say, though, a gap like this can't be jumped. Please, we've seen Joshua do way more. Alright. We have no time to get ropes, so they are going to need another route. But this is the only path. This is the only path out. Actually, I don't think this was the only way. This island seems riddled with underground passages. There must be another one near the pillar. We know the one. Yeah, that's right. I saw another gate just in front of the pillar. I think the sign said it was an emergency evacuation route connecting to the Claimer district. Really? Yeah, I remember that. Claimer is where your ship is, right? That's right. Well then, if they use that... yes. Given the damage to the city's computer should have opened the lock on it. Still, Joshua, you heard all that, right? Looks like that's your best bet. Use it to get back to the Arcel. Will do. Alright, we'll be as fast as we can. Stell, Joshua, please be careful. We'll wait as long as possible as we can. You guys be careful too, and save some seats. Come on, we should hurry. I doubt we have much longer before the arc collapses completely. Yeah, let's go. Kyle said the entrance was just in front of the pillar. We know that pillar. But I am going to save right here. Because that should have been our last fight. If they make us fight... it could have been like Resident Evil where they put a timer on us like how they... in very important situations in the old Resident Evil games. That would suck. Alright, we made it. What? Come on, fam. Dang it. Let's go back, Estelle. Come on, fam. Well, so much for going back, I guess. Yeah. This column won't support us for long. Which means we're... Still, I'm so sorry. If I hadn't a trip back there... No, you don't need to say it. You bailed me out when I was about to get buried under the rubble anyways. We're both screw-ups. But... You know, it really is funny. Despite how completely screwed we are, I'm not actually scared. Are you, Joshua? No, you're right. I'm not scared at all. Hey, Joshua. Can I ask 2 favors? Here at the end? Always. So first, would you hold on to me, like, tightly? Of course I will. Well, there should be a second in there somewhere, I think. Oh, even at, you know, the end of our things here, I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to have any regrets and crap. How do I put this? Don't worry. I can say the rest. Still, may I kiss you? Huh? Yes. Kyle, please. If we just leave them, Joshua will...
No, Gisette. We wouldn't make it in time either way.
No.
Dang it all. At the very end, too. What is the goddess doing at a time like this?
It can't.
We didn't make it in time. No frickin' way.
No! Julia, please. It looks like the escape tunnels that led to the northern edge of the island. Take the Arcel there at once. Forgive me, Your Highness. Even on your orders, I cannot do that.
The Arcel doesn't have full engine power back. If we get too close to the city, especially under it, we won't escape that island's collapse. Is that about right, Professor? You're right. How terrible. It feels like I should say something, but what do you say at such a thing? There are no words, I think. Those two. Dang it. They were just getting started, and now they're done.
Stell? Joshua? Huh?
Come on, Dorothy. Try to show a little decorum at a time like this.
But, I just noticed that Sieg is flying around looking awfully happy.
Huh?
Oh?
Sieg found him. That boy is fast. Huh? Of course. Dear old dad. Always saving the day. Well, the dragon did say he knew Cassius.
Whoa, Ragnard, why are you here? And what the heck are you doing here, Dad?
Huh. Well, you did restore power to the entire country and avert a war. I shoved the details off on Morgan and decided to ask an old friend of mine for a ride.
An old friend, uh-huh.
Admit it. Yeah, admit it, Dad. You just wanted to surprise us. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Ragnar. Estelle told me all about you. Thank you for saving our lives. Thou needest not thank me, child of man. A new wind swirls about us. I simply spread my wings and sail upon the fresh current.
Still, though, you really saved us. But hang on a second. I thought, Adios herself told you to only watch over people. Won't you get in trouble for saving us?
The charge given me was to watch over man until a true answer, was given unto the Shining Ring. And such an answer has now been offered up. The ancient contract stands fulfilled. Thus, upon hearing the Divine Blade's plea for a boon, I myself answered in kind. Ancient contract?
Another little mystery, but I can let it slide, I guess.
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea of what you're going on about either. After all, Hardhead here seems to enjoy holding back the details. Forgive me, friend. We of the wing and scale possess of our own laws and statutes. So, it is as I say unto you, know that the gears of fate have finally begun their inexplorable churn. And in their ponderous cycling, no force can stop them. The quest is done, but the campaign yet lies before thee. Gird thyself with wisdom. You, who hear me now, I see.
Wait, no way.
Is Libero going to be attacked again? If only you knew, young Joshua. This is only the second game in a large franchise. There is more to come. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Anyways,
No, those battles are destined to be fought elsewhere. Wow! The foreshadowing. And by different people. Yeah, if this right here didn't tell you that there were future games with that take place in different areas of Zumeria, come on now. But those are concerns for another time. You two have worked a genuine miracle today. Don't worry about what's to come for now. You have earned your rest. Alongside your irreplaceable friends, who I think will be happy to see you alive. Yeah. I don't know if this song is gonna be copyrighted or not. It's that Japanese music. Yeah, I can't understand what they're saying. So let's try to fast forward through that song as fast as possible. The Legend of Heroes. Trails in the Sky, second chapter, guys. Man, this is an amazing series, guys. For those who have actually stuck around and watched to like the watch from the first episode, from like from like Legend of Heroes Trails in the Skies 1 up until now, I do want to say thank you, but there's a lot more to come. Now we're in Hamel Village, guys. This is right outside of this is right inside of Erebonia. This was Joshua, Louve's, and Karen's home. Karen, I'm back. Here, this is from Louve. Well, it's so good to see that smile, Joshua. I bet Louve likes it too. Yeah. Louve and Karen were as close as I've ever known two people could be. They wanted to be together forever, I think. And now they are. Yeah. Hey, can I say hi to Karen too? Of course. Hi Karen. It's nice to meet you. I'm Estelle Bright. For a little while I was sort of trying to be his replacement sister without knowing it, but I couldn't really replace you. I guess now I'm his girlfriend. You guess? That's terrible. Let's go. Sorry. Still not really used to it. It's kinda, embarrassing. Oh. For the... whatever. It's still very you, Estelle. So very what? Do I detect an entendre buster? When nobody dies is around, you can wait, what? When nobody... I said no one dies. When no one else is around, you can sure be... sorry. I was in the middle of saying hello, wasn't I? So I wanted to say hello. And come with Joshua to see his original home. I'm looking forward to what comes for the two of us. Thank you, Estelle. I'm sure Karen is very happy. I hope so. I know I'm still sort of a dunce, and not the most reliable person ever. And I have to admit, I'm a bit worried what I'd do if she ever thought. Alright, you're not good enough to be Joshua's girlfriend, Estelle Bright. Shoo! I think you're overthinking it a bit. If anything, I think Karen would have loved you. You two would have been a nice contrast in terms of personality. You think so? And there goes my entendre radar again, mister. So, you're saying I'm not as strong deep down as calm and quiet as your sister, right? No. I really do think you're strong deep down, actually. I mean, you were the second highest level character in the game compared to me. Calm and quiet, well, not exactly like Karen, no. But I'm not complaining. Always bright, optimistic, and shining like the sun.
And that's the girl I fell in love with.
Huh? What was that? You know how to go for the jugular with embarrassment, you know.
Sorry, did you not like it?
Of course I liked it. That is so not the issue here.
I don't quite get the problem, I guess.
Okay. Well, we've said our hello, so let's be off. I can see Karen rolling her eyes at us from from the cloud tops.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
What is it?
Are you really sure about this? You really want to leave Libero and follow me?
Huh?
My journey to atone for my sins I committed in the society's name is my problem. So is my desire to strengthen myself and live up to Louve. I'm still not sure if I want to wrap you up in all of this.
For the love of... You always miss the important part. Ragnar said, didn't he? The whole mess was just the beginning. And besides, I seriously doubt that the society's plans are all played out. And when those snakes strike from the grass again, I want to be even stronger than Dad.
Good luck. To be honest with you right now, as of everything that I've played so far, I honestly think Estelle's dad is the strongest man on the continent. But I could be wrong. And yet, we have even seen a glimpse of his power. I mean, let's be honest, guys. He was called the Divine Blade, but yet he uses a bow staff. Just imagine how powerful he is if you give that man a sword. But anyways. Alright, let's get back to it.
Alright. You're not the only one who has something else to live up to.
Stronger than Cassius. That's a tall order.
Well, go big or go home, right? Plus, I made a promise to Louve, and I really want to see more places beyond Libero. I'd also like to try to find Ren if we can. And...
Estelle?
And come on, Joshua. Do I really need a reason to be with you?
Oh. No, of course not. You're all the reason that you need to be all by yourself.
Exactly. See, Joshua? What would you do if I wasn't around to point things out to you?
Yeah, you're right. I'll be doomed. Let's go, Estelle. I have no idea where this path will lead us, but I'm sure something awaits us at the end.
Yeah. One step at a time. We'll walk it together to the end.
Alright, guys. That's the end of the game. I will save my clear data. Oh. So yeah, everyone. That is the end of this game. I got cut off because of the ending credits. Let me turn down actually, let's just do this. I got the music turned off, so the game is paused. So because the credits, they interrupted me, and I don't think that the credits will I think that I'll get copyright striked with the credit song at the very least, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cut that out. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to all those who have watched since the very first episode of Legend and the Heroes, the first chapter. All the way up until now. I don't know how many videos this master playthrough is yet. I do have each game in separate playthroughs, but I also have the master playthrough with both of them, and that's how it's going to be from here on out. So now Estelle and Joshua, they have they set off on their journey because of what Ragnar said. Joshua wants to atone for the things that he's done in the society, and Estelle, you know, like she said, she made that promise to Louve to make sure that she would stay with Joshua every step of the way, as well as locating Ren wherever she may have run out to. But unfortunately, guys, this is the end of Joshua and Estelle being our main characters. There is another Trails in the Sky game, and it does have a new main character. That does not mean that we will not be seeing Estelle and Joshua again. They will return. They just aren't the main focus of the story anymore. They've had their turn. It's and like Cassia said, there are other fights to be fought with other people in other places. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. This series is my favorite RPG series for a reason, guys. I love this series, and I thank God for giving the person whoever had their initial idea for this game, for this series. I thank God for giving them that idea. This game is truly a blessing. It is a true blessing. But yeah, guys, I will see you all in the third Trails of the Sky game. That being said, guys, I ask that y'all stay blessed. Peace.